Welcome time travelers, and welcome new time travelers. As always, if you're new to this channel and enjoy learning about history, one event at a time, then don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it. Today we're going to start out in 1521 when the first Roman Catholic Mass in the Philippines was celebrated on the island of Lamazuara. 1596 is when French mathematician, scientist, and philosopher René Descartes, widely considered the father of modern philosophy, and perhaps best known for the famous phrase, "I think, therefore I am," was born. In 1732, composer Joseph Haydn, one of the most important figures in the development of classical style in music during the 18th century, was born in Bayreuth, Austria. On this day in 1854, U.S. Commodore Matthew Perry signed the Treaty of Kanagawa in Japan, ending that country's period of seclusion. Now our next stop is in 1870 when Thomas Peterson Mundy of Perth Amboy, New Jersey, became the first African American to vote under the 15th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. The 984-foot, 300-meter Eiffel Tower, a wrought iron technological masterpiece created by Gustave Eiffel to commemorate the celebration of the French Revolution, was officially inaugurated in Paris on this day in 1889. If you are looking or wondering when daylight savings time started, look no further back than 1918, when clocks in the United States were set 1 hour ahead, as daylight savings time went into operation for the first time. I don't know why I copied that down as clock or locks. Anyway, 1928 is when Canadian-born American ice hockey player Gordie Howe, one of the game's greatest players, known for both his scoring ability and his toughness, was born in Floral, Saskatchewan, Canada. In 1944, U.S. Pacific Task Force sank 28 Japanese ships, damaging 18 others, and destroyed or damaged 214 planes in a 72-hour sea and air attack on Palau, Yep, Yolanta, and Warlaki. In 1948, American politician Al Gore, who served as vice president from 1993 to 2001 as the administration of U.S. President Bill Clinton, and lost the 2000 presidential election, was born. 20 years later, in 1968, U.S. President Lyndon B. Johnson ended the televised speech about the Vietnam War by announcing that he would not seek re-election, which stunned viewers. Our next stop will be in 1980 when American track and field legend Jesse Owens, who won 4 Golden Globe medals in the 1936 Olympics in Berlin, passed away at the age of 66. 8 years before the turn of the century, in 1992, when the USS Missouri, site of the Japanese surrender in 1945, formally ending World War II, was decommissioned for a second and final time. It was the last U.S. battleship still in service. 1997 brought us NASA shutting off power to the Pioneer 10 spacecraft, which has traveled 10 billion kilometers, or 6.2 billion miles from Earth, since its launch on March 2nd, 1972. 4 years after the turn of the century, in 2004, when the International Court of Justice ruled that the rights of 51 Mexican citizens sentenced to death in the U.S. were violated, and ordered U.S. courts to review the sentences. And finally, in 2008, is when American director Julius Dawson, the master of film noir, perhaps known for the influential heist of Rafifi in 1955, passed away at the age of 96. And with that, we return to 2024 and our current history. Until next time.